Alrighty, my friends. Looks like our steel is keeping up decently well. 719 per minute. Nice. And I'm also sorry for the slightly longer break. My friend Tim was messaging me and my brother about Subnautica Early Access, which I think is in Q1 next year. So, pretty excited about that. It's good that this isn't the bottleneck. Well, what I will say is 1440 a minute. Why did I think that I needed 1440 steel ingots a minute? Shouldn't this... 480 plus 240. Did I do my math wrong? 720. Didn't I purposely want... 719. Didn't I purposely get 1440 steel a minute? Did I do my math wrong on how many machines I'm running here? I feel like I might have done my math wrong on my machines. You thought truck stations have a cap of 120 a minute. Stacks per minute, not items per minute. Okay. I think I did my math wrong. Because what I did was... one steel... Oh, I did do my math wrong, I think. What I did was one steel beam factory is 60, and one pipe is 30, so it's 90. So 1440 divided by 90, I said 16. And then I said, okay, 16 machines means I can do divided by 2, 8 of each. But I think I can actually do 16 machines a minute for both. Okay, well, this is actually running at half capacity right now. Oh, crap. Which means... I actually could extend this to be double what it currently is. Then the bottleneck might be the truck not being able to get 1440 steel per minute. I might need to do a double truck run. It's room for upscaling. I guess the question is, what am I going to build next, and am I making enough of the items I'm currently making flag to supply what I want to do next? This lag is ridiculously bad. What is this lag, man? Let me close some junk. Satisfactory is just absolutely lagging all to hell right now. I feel like the optimization in this game is still not where it needs to be. Okay, I'm trying to think what I want to do next. I feel like I need to look at machines to see what I can build, to see what I should build. I could overclock them to get better output. That's power inefficient, and I don't like being power inefficient. I'd rather use extra materials and extra space, which I have plenty of, to keep my power efficiency. Basically, I don't want to overclock machines if I can avoid it. All right, let me just do a couple things here. Let me make a constructor, an assembler, and a manufacturer real fast. And figure out what my next goal is. So I just got steel beams and steel pipes. I need to get modular frames. And I need to get encased industrial beams. I already have reinforced iron plates. Which turning those into modular frames is probably the next goal. Maybe restarting will help my game. I really don't want to restart. I guess I'll restart if I get forced to restart because it crashes. I'm not gonna do that right now. So currently I'm making reinforced iron plates, but I'm not using them for anything. So I think the next build is modular frames that I'm gonna look at. And I can build that factory right next to my, well, right next door, or close by my reinforced iron plates factory, which is that one right there. Go see how many. Well, actually, let me figure out which recipe I want to use. Or let me write down how many. I have a couple different recipes for this. One of them uses steel frames, one of them uses screws, and one of them uses whatchamacallits, iron rods. So 10 per minute to make 3 per minute. 10 per minute steel pipes to make 3 per minute modular frames. 5 per minute using a lot of screws. 2 per minute using the iron rods. I think the steel frame, the steel ones are the best. 3 per minute. Well, actually the screws is 5 per minute. So if I do a huge upgrade to my screw factory, that might be my best bet to make these fastest. We have screws coming out of their ears. Well, yeah, but they're used for the reinforced iron plates. So I'd have to figure out the flow of those, and I might have to upgrade my screws. So that might be my path, though. But let me... 10 per minute steel pipes, and I'm making, I think, 160 a minute. So I'm going to do 160. So 160 a minute is what we have for steel pipes. Let's go look at how many reinforced iron plates we're making and how many screws that's using, and then go from there. We'll go from there. Those who haven't seen it, we got chains coming up to our metallic looking silver and gold tesseract pyramid looking thing. It's looking really cool. Alright. Oh, I didn't put how many of things we're using for things we're making over here. I do have how many screws we're making though, right? 420 a minute iron ingots for 1680 cast iron screws. Let me make a note of what we're using to what we're making here, because I forgot to do that here. Please don't be upside down. Be good. And actually, I want these to be next to each other. There. So let's go figure out our numbers, because I'm going to need them anyway for our figure out our build here. Alright, we got 6 machines. So 15 times 6. Okay, we're making 90 of these a minute. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. So output 90 a minute. I think it's bolted. What's the title of these? Screws. Bolted iron plates. Okay. Bolted iron plates. Output. And they're kind of a silver color. Okay. And we're using 250 times 6, I think, of the screws. Yes, and 90 times 6 of the iron plates. So 90 times 6, 540 of those. 2, and then 250 times 6, 1,500. We're using most of our screws. You say we got screws coming out of our ears, and we do, but we're using almost all of them. So 1,500 a minute. Screws input. And this is kind of blue color. And then, what was it, 90 times 6? 540 iron plates a minute. Silver color. 540 a minute. Iron plates in put. There. So that's what we're using to make that many iron plates. Looks are deceiving when you have all the screws just sitting on conveyors. True. And the reason it looks like we have screws that we're not using is because our reinforced iron plates or our bolted iron plates are not going anywhere. However, our plan is to make a factory creating modular frames, which is going to be using a chunk of our reinforced iron plates. So it feels like steel pipes would be the easiest one. And I might go with that one, because as much as it's cool to have stacks of screws, you know, flowing, it's a pain in the arse to make that many screws. So moving the materials around is going to be way easier if I do this recipe. So I think I want to do steel frames. So I have 160 pipes and 90 plates per minute. I could get a lot of modular frames going a minute, and I feel like I'm going to need a lot. What other things am I going to need reinforced iron plates for? Am I going to need them for industrial beams? No. I think I'm going to need them for... No, I don't have motors going yet either. Stators. Oh, okay. I don't need them for motors. That's good. I just need rods and screws or other things, but not the reinforced iron plates, it looks like. I'm pretty sure... Okay, yeah. 10 per minute modular frames for the heavy modular frames. That might be the thing I need to look towards. Crystal oscillators does need some reinforced iron plates. Computers we already got going. High-speed connectors. That doesn't... I don't need to worry about that. Modular engines. Motors. Adaptive control units. It's going to use the heavy modular frames. Okay, it looks like there's not as much cross-contamination or usage that I was slightly worried about. Could you put power switches on each factory and turn each factory on or off and divert the output somewhere else? I could, but currently my factories are turning on and off. They're basically filling up my storage and then turning off. I'm not going to worry about switches yet, because I just don't want to. So 10 modular frames a minute. If I want to do 2, which would be 20 modular frames. 20 modular frames. If I did 7 of these machines, that would be 21 per minute. 27 of these machines, which would be 70-something steel pipes and only 14 reinforced iron plates per minute. I wouldn't be using that many of these at all, it feels like. Is that right? Is my math right? If I did 2 of these, that would use 20 modular frames a minute. Yeah, I think that's doable. I think I want to start with seven steeled frames, and that would give us one extra more than we'd need for the heavy modular frame per minute. So 7 machines. 7. I'm going to just put that number there. So where am I going to put this factory? I'd like to put it right next to this one, but I have my pillars in the way here. So I feel like I might need to put it underneath over here. Would I have room to put it right here without bumping into our thing here? I think we have room right here to make a decently sized factory. New factory time, my friends. New factory time. And I think I can use my assembler blueprint to start this, I think. Only 7 machines, it probably doesn't need to be that big. Well, you see that factory right there, which is one of our largest? That's only 6 machines. Assemblers are basically 2 to 3 times bigger than constructors, so it's going to have some size to it. Alright, what's this blueprint size going to look like? Front. Yeah, it's got some girth to it. Girthy, you know? Actually, which direction do I want this to go? I think I want to turn it this way. Yes, I think that's right. Giggity, yes, we've talked about girth a couple times today. Okay, so I think I want to do it this way and bring it back. So like this, I think. Yeah. I believe that looks good. Alright, my ladder upstairs. This gets us 6 machines for sealed frames, I think. So I need to add in one more. And I have, do I have an expansion for this? Modular. What did I do this piece for? This is, I think this is an expansion to it. Which I don't really need an expansion. I just need to add one more machine. So I probably don't use the modular one for this. I even have storage set up. Okay, this looks really good. So I can just do a quick little extra one machine on the back of this, I think. How big is this? Yeah, I mean, it's not too crazy big, but it's got some beef to it. It's chunky boy. And actually, what I think I want to do is make my steps be here. There. That's there. Okay. Let's get power plugged in here. Well, let's try that thing you were talking about. So if I do a line and I hover over this. No, maybe it's this. Yeah, okay. I can do... Oh, wow. Okay, so it splits off like that. Do I like that? It's cool, but I don't think I actually want to do it that way. That is pretty cool that you can do that, though. I think I have that there. And 1E. Oh, I already have the power line set up. Good job, Pastor Rand. I think my older factories I didn't actually have the power line set up correctly. Okay, so 7 machines. I need to expand this by a little bit. Let's see how much I need to expand this by. Get a 7th machine here. Let's have it be on the left side, I guess. How wide is this? Is it 1 wide? I think it's going to be the middle there. That's right. Or how close did I put them together? Yeah, I had a slightly different spacing for these. I think something like that. Something like that. Trying to eyeball this. I think it's there. Yeah, that looks right. Cool. Copy. Paste. I'm not gonna make this even. So I'm just adding 1 extra machine here. What I'm saying basically is I'm not gonna mirror this and put another one across from it because I don't really need to. There. And line up with the first guy here. That. There we go. And then we go set up the output. Go. This. Be lined up. That guy. No. This belt. There. There. This belt. There. There. Okay. And there, that should be 7 of these bolted frame factories. West. Oh, jeez. Has anybody got it? I guess. Yes. Okay. And I'm not going to output these anywhere yet. Although I am going to want a dimensional depot here. I'll set that up after we get that done. Okay, so now we need to get the inputs going here, which will be brought in kind of like this, off to the side here, I think. Blueprint factories are so good. They are very, very nice. We're bringing in 2 different materials. Do that. Here. Get just a start of the wall. There. Okay. So we need to bring in, wow, from very far away the steel beams, and from not as far away the reinforced iron plates. So let's do the reinforced iron plates first. How do I want to go about doing this? How do I want to do this? I think from the inside is probably the easiest way to do this. I've seen some builds people do of main bus lines or whatever they're called. I think a bus is a popular way to set up builds in games like this. This is not straight across. Alright. I'll make it straight across here. So this direction. Is that straight? That is straight. You just put in 3 computer manufacturers and 2 high-speed connectors. You're working on heavy frames now. They are so expensive. Yeah. I'm trying to modular frames. I'm trying to set up in such a way that I will have enough, that I won't be worried about throughput levels, that I won't feel like the need to instantly upgrade as soon as I you know, finish making my first one. Okay, that works. Wonder why I need walls there for frame rates. I'm putting walls on all of my factories so they look good. That's the main reason I'm doing it right now anyway. Okay, let me think this through. I'm gonna need reinforced iron plates for other things, so for now I'm only gonna use one of these outputs to bring this out. I do that. How far back can I go? Like there. Do that. Just to be straight. Hooked up to there. And then I have to actually hook up my outputs here. Cook Harness is a blueprint of a bunch of conveyor ladders to have better cable management. Oh, that's a cool idea. I like that idea. Cable management. That's funny. Okay. Go. As I create more and more factories, I might eventually want to get better cable management and do some sort of blueprint for that. Okay. Nice and straight. Steel beams. What do I not have a lot of? I used a lot of regular iron plates. Okay. Base industrial beams. Those. Your 4 belts. Cable management. That's funny. People who build computers approve of this message. Okay, so I think the way I want to do this is... go to right here and up. No, that's not what I want to do. I want to go to right and up. Okay. I want this to go through and it look kind of clean. So if I do that and then bring it back down, I think it'll look okay, something like that. Yeah, there we go. Conjunction junction, what's your function? Okay. Alright, we're bringing this across over to here. Somewhere over here. Let me figure out the placement. Easiest way to set this up will be the one here that'll be that. This one will be like this. And I want to line this up if I can. That. I think it's going the wrong direction. The whole, I don't have a belt plugged in, so it's going the wrong direction thing. That actually should be the right direction. No, it's not. There it is. That should be right. That should be right. Alright, do I want it to be like that? Yeah, I think that'll work. That'll work. And then plug you into the top one. And you into the bottom one. And then I just got to get my steel beams over in here, and we are good to go on this factory. Other ways to build one factory of each type and speed up time. I don't know how to speed up time in this game. That's something I am able to do. I kind of don't want this belt right in front of the entrance, to be honest. Let me change this up just a little bit. Just give myself a little bit of space to work with. There we go. That looks better. That looks better. And I can actually walk into the factory without instantly bumping my head. OSHA will be proud of me. Okay, so I need to bring from over there steel beams. So it's time to build a large concrete asphalt platform here. Let's see where I want to keep this lined up with the where we're going up, so it's evenly evenly spaced or whatever. I can do this. Okay, so now this needs to go up. How far, I'm not sure, but let's go make sure we line it up. Exactly 10, I guess. Very nice. Road blueprint. I mean, with Zoop mode, I don't think the blueprint for a road is going to be that fast. It would save me coming over and placing the line, but I feel like that's about all it would do, so I don't think I'm going to blueprint it. Zoop mode makes this not take that much time at all. Okay, let me see where the ramp starts. Oh, the ramp, okay. I went way too far here. The ramp starts like right at the edge of the road, I think. That's foundation, and that's ramp. Okay, cool. Especially because I'd have to like change the, like, you know, I occasionally have to change the elevation and stuff. I don't think a blueprint for that is going to be useful, like, at all. I appreciate your love of blueprints, though. Does Rand like soup? I'm okay with soup. Soup's pretty good. It's not at the top of my list of favorite foods, but I'll eat it. Now salad, that is kind of at the bottom of my least, the top of my least favorite, bottom of my most favorite foods. So definitely not a salad kind of guy. What is this, Jerry Padilla? This game is called Satisfactory. This is a game all about creating factories, mining materials, exploring a world, and just automating stuff. I have trains going around picking up materials, bringing it to my factory where I'm turning that into see a bunch of buildings over there. I'm turning that into a bunch of different items. It's all about automation. Oh, geez, you're this troll. Why am I even talking to you? Thank you, Shogi. Forgot the main point. Wrecking the biosphere beyond usability. Yeah, I was talking to a troll, so I need that. Frickin' trolls pretending to be real people and then showing their troll face. So annoying. People really have nothing to do with their lives. Okay, how am I going to get this set up? I'm going to move this right down the center is what I'm going to do. Right down the center here. Weird. Oh, it's too long. That's why it's not going there. Okay. Look how fast you made that one factory because you already had an assembler blueprint. True. And I will make a blueprint once I'm ready to make my first manufacturer factory, but the road feels like not a good candidate for that, for whatever reason. I can't tell. I think about here makes that straight. That is not quite right. I wonder if I put a belt here, it would line up. It would show me a line that it's lining up. R, there we go. Maybe there? Is that straight? There we go, that looks good. That looks good. Beautiful. Alright, now I need to get an actual input here. Probably more useful if you had a longer road to build. Yeah. And actually, if I do the next railroad track I do, I probably should do a railroad track blueprint. Although, didn't I watch FTL said When he did a blueprint for railroad, it didn't work very well. I don't know. I'll have to see if we do another railroad that would speed up time, make that work better. Let's make sure this all goes out there. Beautiful. Those are the pipes. Great. Make a road blueprint with all transport lines with exits. Exits. I don't know. I could do that if I knew what that meant. Okay, straight is not good with verticals. Put that little curve in it. Oh. Straight belts are funky. Sometimes. I guess because it's got to put that little support thing under it or something. Or something, I guess. Alright. We are not in the middle of this road, are we? Okay, let me... This is why... One reason why I put the white line on these things, because this asphalt is hard to gauge where the middle of it is. The white line kind of helps with that. So this. Can't even tell where I got off the center line. Somewhere up here, apparently. I was off center this entire time. Jeez. Yeah. Alright, well, good excuse to pick up a lot of steel pipes, I guess. Okay. There. Go. More steel beams. They're at least inputting into my depot 2 at a time now, since I have that new steel beam factory and an extra dimensional storage thing, so that's good. Okay. I want this to be slightly higher, I think. A belt there? That's awkward. It's going. There. That's what we want. And we want it about... Stand on this belt without flying around. No. About right there, I think. Beautiful. Plug this in, and this should be our factory ready to go. Okay, and that should be modular frames going. Very nice. I just need to get the numbers going for what we're using and what we're making. Where's the sign? Are you going to be upside down? Probably. Maybe if I move further away, you won't be. Damn it. Okay. There. Probably upside down there. Oh, that one's not. Beautiful. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, that's right. I will say I do like the blueprints that I have, and I probably should do more of the blueprints, but well, I kind of go as needed. All right, so what are we making here? Modular frames. These guys, which are kind of a silvery color. There. All right, how many a minute? I think we're making 21 a minute. Yes, 3 times 7, and then 2 and 10. So let me do 7, 3, 2, 10. That's 3 modular frames, 10 steel pipes, 2 reinforced iron plates times 7. All right, so 21 per minute. 21 a minute, modular frames output. And then 10, 2, 3. So two reinforced iron plates a minute. Silver color. And these guys, 2 per minute, reinforced iron plates input. And then steel beams is 10 times 7, which is 70 of those. I think I did black, white on this. Wait, I think I did the wrong thing on that last one. 70 a minute steel pipes inputs. Yeah, because it's 2 times 7 is 14 a minute actually on this. 2 times 7 is 14. Okay. I believe that's right. 10 times 7, 2 times 7, and then 3 times 7, 21. Okay, good. So, let's go make sure everything's plugged in correctly up here. You guys all running? Looks like they're running. Running in, running in, running in. Okay. Can you make a blueprint for a sign that is right side up? Yeah, I maybe should think about that. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right, and then I want to make, I did make this. Okay. So I want to do what I did before, which is have, I'm going to probably move this wall. Oops. Move this wall real quick as I do this kind of goofy setup to put things into the dimensional portal. Where I go like this. Merger. There. lined up? So hard to tell. I think maybe it is. Yeah, looks good. Alright, there we go. Heavy modular frames. Or regular modular frames in the Dimensional Depot. Okay. You wish they added logic into the game, you know? Add all the factory input-output together in a series of displays to create a central overview of surplus and deficits. I don't know. Does any factory game do that? Maybe Factorio and stuff like that does that. I'm not familiar with other games doing that. Okay, so that was actually a pretty quick turnaround to put that together. I think I might want to do... just go right into heavy modular frames, actually. Let me figure out how difficult that would be to set up. I think I would have to do a really big screw upgrade for this. I go right into heavy modular frames. Yeah, because I have to do 2 of these, which would be 240, it'd be 480 screws per minute. Well, it's only one... Oh, actually, I need encased industrial beams before I do that. Okay, so I need to do encased industrial beams next. Factorio can do almost everything. It's like coding inside the game. You can do that with Factorio. Oh, okay, that is pretty cool. Actually, maybe I vaguely remember there being a big screen that shows your inputs and outputs of everything. Seen some people make DOS-like dungeon crawler game with a working light-based display in Factorio. That is insane. That is actually insane. So if I'm going to do 2 of these, I need at least 20 encased industrial beams per minute. So encased industrial beams, which I'm going to need to get concrete for that. I have 2 different choices. 6 per minute there. 4 per minute there. What did I say? I need at least 20 of these. So if I did 4 of these, it'll give me 24 a minute. 4 times 18 is 72 steel beams per minute, which I think, yeah, I think we have enough to do that. I would just need to get concrete set up, which concrete... I have an initial setup that was a short-term solution, so I think I'd need to get a train delivering concrete, which is something I need to do anyway, I think. We have water available right here. Isn't there a wet concrete thing? I think I... Fine concrete. You know what? Ma'am. I actually kind of would like to get wet concrete, but I think I passed it one time. Automated speed wiring. Do I really want to do an alternate wiring recipe? Stators and cables for 2.5 a minute. This does them faster, but I don't think I actually want that. I'm gonna rescan. Yeah, so if I pass wet concrete, can I not get it again? A rigger motor. Fine black powder. So if I pass it once, it won't come back up, will it? I think maybe that. You think it does come up? Okay. Well, either way, I don't have access to wet concrete right now. I think that's in... I think it's in the assembler? I don't think it's in the foundry, is it? No, I can make a molded steel pipe in the foundry, which uses concrete and steel ingots. Oh no, that's interesting. That's a 1-to-1... Oh man, maybe I want to use this for my steel pipes I'm making. That's a 1-to-1 steel for steel pipe versus what I'm currently doing, which is... Three to two. It's actually more efficient steel-wise to do that different steel pipe one. That's interesting. Okay, I'm not going to change that now, but I might need to think about that separate recipe. It goes back into the pool if you pass it. There are more HDDs and alternate recipes. If you don't pick one, it'll come back up while as an option. But if you pick one, the one you didn't pick goes back in the pool for selection. Okay. So it's just in the pool. Okay. All right. So encased industrial beams. I think I do the normal recipe here, which is going to be 36 times 6 concrete. Okay. All right, so I'm going to have to set up concrete. So do I set up concrete first? I think I'll start the factory, which will be... here. Which I can just use the blueprint like I did before. Okay. Because this is another assembler factory. There. Oh, crap. I got turned. Got turned. Placement of this is the most annoying part of it. Okay, there we go. That. That, is that right? I feel like I had one extra space. Yeah, okay. Not gonna go. Yes, that should be right. That actually should line up with that guy. Not quite twin towers, but that's a half thing apparently. Let's correct this, please. Thank you. Go. There. There. Okay, so this is gonna be our, where's my ladder? Did I put this in backwards? I swear I put this in straight. Why is there no ladder? Is this modular? I didn't choose the modular one, did I? So confused. Expand. I did do the wrong one. Frickin' frack. Okay. No wonder the bottom floor looked all screwy. Why are they in the... Can I edit? Oh! Stop it! Edit. Move you in front. There we go. That's what I want. Okay, there. There. That should be right. And I should see a ladder right there. Okay. Alright, that should be correct. Jesus. Oh my god, lag. Out of fuel. All right, what am I making? These. Okay, so I'm making these. I don't know how many. I guess I was gonna do 4. 4 times 6 to make 24, something like that. But I'm definitely gonna need the concrete first. So, you know what I just realized? I'm gonna need a delivery of concrete, so I'm gonna need a truck for this. And I normally don't want to place factories like this where I'm gonna have a truck delivery because it's gonna make my trucks all awkward. So, I have a solution. Not really enough space for a factory over here, so I can have a truck unloading station here and have the delivery go underneath. And that, I think, will work. Yeah, let's do that. So I will have a truck offloading station over here. And it'll just deliver underneath there. And that should be fine. No, that's not the one I want. I want the inverted corner. Actually, I don't want that yet. I want this. Okay, can I figure out where I want the truck to unload? About here. Yeah, about here is where I want the truck to unload. And let me figure out how wide this thing needs to be for a single truck thingy offloading station. And then we'll have to actually go get a train set up for concrete. There's a single truck unloading to get the spacing of this figured out. All these offloading stations I gave a lot of extra space, it seems like. So 1, 2, and then 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 to 5 wide, it looks like. Okay, so that. So here and here, and I think that'll be plenty wide here. Might even be too wide, but better too wide than not wide enough. Giggity? Maybe? Giggity, maybe? Okay. I want the middle of the unloading to be right around here. Probably the middle of the unloading, right. There. That give us enough space. Yeah, that should give us plenty of space, I think. The unloading, I want to be in the middle of this one, which is the green is the unload, so that looks good. That's good. Customizer, pattern, factory zone. 1, 2, 3. Color it. This. Our MAM just completed. Be nice if we just randomly got wet concrete. Cheap silica iron pipes. Man, we're getting all these alternate iron pipe ones. Cheap silica, huh? I bet you that one's pretty good because I'm looking for another one. I'm going to rescan. Inventory slots, huh? Gosh, I kind of do want inventory slots. 75 iron plates per minute, huh? I feel like the inventory slots are a little less needed now that you have the dimensional storage. I think I'm going to take this. I'm more interested in alternate recipes than I am inventory slots right now. And we got 2 more of these we can get. Okay. Alright, so this is going to be concrete. Concrete. What are we making here? Industrial beams. Industrial beams. Concrete. Dock. Unload. Okay. So this is where we will deliver the concrete. So I need to get a train station set up for concrete now. Okay, that's going to be a pretty big build. Well, let me figure out how I want to do this. First things first, I'm pretty sure this is going to be the first time I'm going to need to make a train station on a different level. These train stations are about to run into my geothermal power over here if I do another station. Yeah. So I think I'm going to start doing what I was talking about, where I create the next stations curving off this way. We bring them up here, and I have trucks that can go around. So let me see how to set this up. And I'm going to need tons of concrete. Which I have a bunch of concrete ready to go. I love Zoop mode. Zoop mode is so good. I was just about to say, maybe I should make a train station blueprint, and then I realized train stations are far too big to be able to make a blueprint out of that. So, alright, so I want this to be a... I wonder if I can split 3 ways. I guess I'm about to find out here. I want the first one to be in the middle of this one. 2 over. Right here on this line. Actually, if I'm going to have it pull off of here, this needs to be a freight unloading station. Which means I'm going to have to figure out where the first one gets placed. So each of these is 2. So 2, 4, 6, 8. This station's going to need to be up here, I think. Okay, I need more space. Definitely more space for this. Just lined up again. Alright, so starts here. Freight station there. Next one is there. It's 2. Next one is there. That's 3. I can use the hologram thing to measure these. Next one is 4 is there. The station needs to be right. I think here. Going that way. I think that's right. Okay. See if I measured that out right. 1. That's the other way. I want it to be the other direction. 1. Ah, come on. Come on. 1. 2. 3. 4. Is that right? Is that lined up? I think it is. And let's see if this will curve and meet just like this one does. It said too close to another switch, but then I pressed H and it worked, so I don't know if this is gonna work. Can you have a 3-way switch? Does anybody know if this will actually work? I wonder if I place a train, if I can test it maybe. Ooh, fell off. Okay. I'm gonna test this. I'm gonna put a train on here real quick. And see if I can tell it to go to the left here. Oh my gosh, I think it's gonna work. Okay, badass. Badass. Okay, very cool. Okay. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4, and I need this to move up. Okay. Put a block signal there. Hopefully trains can get through with this way this is set up. I think it is going to work. And then we figure out the output of this, which is, I think this level right here needs to change into a frame foundation. The track will line up with evenly, I think. The train just went through. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. Okay. Looks right. That looks right. Block signal right there. Beautiful. And then we need to figure out where this is gonna hook up with the rest of the train. So let me place foundations for this part first. Probably on the other side of the geothermal thing will be the best way to do this. Okay, so that would be somewhere right around here. Get to join back up. Into either a tree or a frame, one of those two. Okay. Okay, well, I have my reference point. Let's go. Find where we connect here. I have to do some tree chopping here. Let's do the tree chopping first, actually. Do I have my chainsaw on me? I do. Alright, let's clear out Mother Nature. Anything that's sticking through our frame here. Can't do that one. Oh, I'm out of fuel. It's weird that... I wish you could choose which fuel would go with which thing. Like, if I get solid biofuel... When I jump, it uses my solid biofuel. And I don't want my jumping to use solid biofuel. I want my jumping to use liquid fuel and the chainsaw to use biofuel. I can't... It's like, I wish you'd let me choose that like I can choose my ammo for my weapon. In your inventory, click the gear on your jetpack. Oh. Thank you. There it is. Packaged fuel. Beautiful. Alright. That solves an issue I've been having. Well, it's nice that these things work. It's a little weird that I always have to, like, go, I wish it did this, then somebody's in chat, oh, it actually does. Oh. So I guess it means it's not the easiest to figure out how it does these things. But maybe I'm just bad at video games. Could be that. Could be I'm just bad at video games and don't know how to read tutorials or something. See ya, bro. Okay. It's gonna be a little awkward because there's this ledge in the way, but hopefully we can work around it. I think we'll be able to work around it, I think. Let me continue this. Here are all the trees that are gonna be we're going to be driving through if we don't remove them. Floating bacon, agoric. Bacon Eric. Okay. Alright, I think that pretty much clears out everything we need to there. Very good. That reveal like a Mercer Sphere or a Summer Sloop or anything around here, maybe? Oh, we got a hidden cave. Hidden cave, what do we got in here? Probably spiders that want to kill me, but... yeah. Hopefully also other useful things. I hear a shiny thing. Oh, that is a lot of small spiders. And lag. Oh, it's a slug. Little less useful, but still useful. Alright. Give me all your parts. Give me your parts. Because your parts become very useful tickets for me. Okay. I kind of think there might be something up here. Let me just go check. I should really explore the area around my home. Am I too good for my home? Okay, I don't see anything up here. I probably got, if there was something here, I probably got like a Mercer Sphere or something. Pretty birds. All right, let's this expansion to our train station finished. calculated. Beautiful. There we go. All right. This is going to be our way to double the amount of train stations we currently have access to without hopefully running over anything, destroying anything. Okay, right about now. Funk Soul Brother, check it out now. There. One, two, three, right about there. If I did this right. 1, 2, 3, right. Beautiful. That looks straight. Very nice. Yeah, I was just thinking about, oh, I should blueprint my railways, and it's the same as the rail stations. Like, if I try to blueprint it, probably run out of space really quickly. Won't really be able to do that. Go back a little bit further so I can get this. 1, 2, 3. And let me, after this train goes through. Oh. Awesome to see my trains in action. This. 1, 2, 3. It should be right. Here should be straight. Good. And let's connect. Guess it will. That. There. And that should let that train through. Beautiful. And let me put a block signal right there. That should be good, I think. Very nice. I'll actually put another block signal up at the edge over here. Give our trains more space to wait and stuff. Right there. It's good. Beautiful. You should look into setting up turbo fuel for personal use. Even if it's a single inefficient setup, it's worth it to get the most advanced fuel you can produce. Okay. I think I finally did unlock turbo fuel the other day. Maybe. Let me see. I hadn't unlocked it until recently. Yeah, the only turbo fuel I have is an alternate. Heavy oil residue and compacted coal. So, yeah, that probably would be worth setting up. Because I don't think you actually unlock real turbo fuel until the next tier up. Which feels weird that I unlocked turbo fuel the tier before I think I was supposed to. But, oh well. There's better fuel than turbo fuel now, too. Okay. Alright, what do we got here? These stations are called Iron Depot 1. This is going to be Concrete Depot 1. Rocket fuel needs nitric acid, and that's the next tier. Alternate is like the main turbo fuel recipe as far as you know. Okay. I don't know if I'll set that up today. Actually, I'm pretty sure I won't. But good to know. And train menu. This is going to be concrete train 1. Okay, so I need to find some good amount of concrete. I'm currently mining a bunch down here. But I feel like there's some place way out here that had way more than that I might want to get access to. I'm gonna mark the ones I'm getting over here. Here, normal, normal. I feel like I saw places with like a crap ton of concrete. Strange they didn't even mark the ones that I'm getting over here. I guess that's right out of my range. I think what I might actually do is drive around on the track with this train, get out and scan for concrete, or limestone, I guess. I want to find the best area of a bunch of concrete, because this is going to be my main source of concrete for my permanent factory, so this will also let me hopefully find a source that's decently close to the train tracks as I go. Currently, that line of concrete right there is being mined from 3 different... I think those are only normals or impures. I don't think they're anything really good. I'm gonna maybe go out over here, stop on the tracks, and get out and scan over here, see if there's anything close by. I would like at least 1 pure and 1 or 2 others, if possible. Normal, pure, normal. Okay, well, there's like 2 there. That might be one of my better options. It's not looking great, though. I'm gonna be making my other trains wait on me as I go around stopping, scanning for these. I should have marked that pure, actually. I'm gonna scan around the corner and see if I can mark that pure if that comes back up. Normal right there. Normal. Pure. Pure limestone. Do. And kind of a whitish gray color. There we go. Slowing down all my trains by doing this, though. Let me turn off into this little station real quick here, and I can scan in the middle, and I might get a little better scan in here, and it'll also get me off the track for the other trains that want to come through right now. Scan like right here, see what we see. Pure, normal. Okay, 2 pures and a normal. 2 pures and a normal. I think that might be my best option here. And this isn't too far from this station, so I could actually make a little turn off somewhere here. How would I want to do this? Probably... Yeah, I'm stopping a train right now. Am I really stopping a train? Shouldn't this be out of the way for that train to go? I feel like I actually need to set up another block signal, like right there. Does that let him go? There we go. Cool. So, so pure, and there's like another pure, and there's a normal over here. So basically, you know what I could probably do? I could probably just set up a station right here. Because this is kind of right in the middle of all that, isn't it? I think it is. So, let me get a turn off here for another station. How do I want to do this? I could have this go straight away to a station over here. Let me do that. And this will be our limestone station. So like this. Go like this. Oh my god, lag because of autosave. Okay. And do that for now. Get a track so I can... Again, I'm stopping all the trains by being on this track, I think. The Northern Forest. Does Northern Forest biome have a bunch of concrete, I assume, or limestone? I'm pretty sure that's... I don't know if I have trains set up in the Northern Forest, to be honest. 2, 3... Starting area there has 1 pure and 3 normal. Close to each other? Okay, okay. Well, this one's got 2 pure and a normal, and that seems pretty darn good to me, so I think I'm going to go with that for now. I'll set up my station here, I think. I think this will be a good... If I need more, I'll keep that in mind. Starting the Northern Forest is... I explored that area last time, which was... It's down here. Why is this called Northern Forest when this is like the south end of the map? I'm pretty sure you're talking about that area down there. I actually marked a bunch of limestone. Marked a bunch of stuff when I was exploring last time down there. 2, 4, 6, 8. So I think if I set up the station here... It's not that area. Oh, okay, never mind. I don't know where you're talking about. Okay. I stop in trains currently. Just the one stuck at the station. That's not too bad. Okay, I think that should work. Let's see. Got enough room. And let's do this on the... Which side? Whatever it chooses for me. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is going to be too short to connect, isn't it? Hopefully I can go like this. That. Okay, good. Works. We get a little bit of a straightaway just so I can make some block signals to get out of the way here. 9. Block signal. Block signal. Block signal. And now if I get my train off of this, hopefully we will... Oh god, he's moving. I'm about to back up, bro. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do a little loop. I was gonna back up, but since he's coming... It's like you don't back up in a... You know... drive-through like I talked about the other day. Don't back up on a train track. That's one way. We'll do a little U-turn here. Clear the way for this train to go home, hopefully. 4 workers must be completely demoralizing the master continue the team of Vector. They're so happy to be working for me. Promise you. Promise you they're so happy to be working. Go. Beautiful. Okay. Let's complete this loop. Do that by going down from here. Now we can get the concrete going. And a useful thing, since I've already built this over here, is I can figure out the level I need to go to if I build off of here. The train's not coming. Okay. Almost. Actually, I think what I will do... Huh. I think I had to do like one extra there as well. Okay. It overlaps a bit. It's fine. That'll work. That'll work. One, two, and three right here. Something is... I see you over there, bro. I see you, and I don't care. About right there. This way. Complete the train loop before I start on the actual limestone processing. Halfway there, and then this guy goes about right there. That should connect there smoothly. Too short. Okay, if I go... to there. See if that'll connect. Or is that the same as what I just did? Beautiful. Okay, so that's good. Let me connect this down here, set up another block signal. Three. Right over there. Next there. There. Block signal right there. All right, that should hopefully make all my block signals work correctly, and we are now on our main railroad station track thing, loop. That's the word I'm looking for, loop. You are not a yellow exclamation point. None of you are yellow exclamation points. Beautiful. All right, so we called this, what do we call this? Concrete loading station. Concrete station 1. Okay, beautiful. All right, it's almost break time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let me scan for the concrete again, see where it is, how close we are to it. Normal, normal. Wait, I swear I saw 2 pures. Am I crazy? I swear what I scanned before was 2 pures. Was it really 2 normals? And unless there's one like right below me? Oh my god, I might have saw a purity and said pure. Okay, well, a pure and 2 normals. Damn it, I thought there was... Let me scan that again. I swear I saw 2 pures earlier. Normal. Normal. Pure. Alright, well, what I'll probably be doing then is overclocking them. Because I want to get a lot of concrete here. Alright, but before we set up that, I'm going to GG cookie time. We have a concrete thing set up. Well, we have a train station set up. We've got a decent modular frame and steel build. So I'm going to use the restroom. Y'all feel free to grab a drink, grab a snack. Enjoy chair ride time and watching the trains go by. Watching the trains go by, and hopefully I won't get hit by a train. And when we come back, we will get concrete set up. So Yorok, see just a bit. It's nice beachfront property. See you in a bit, my friends.